If I were to be asked what was the most useful tool on your homestead, I would definitely say it's this. This is our tractor. This is a 5065E, and I'll tell you what, this thing is absolutely invaluable. I sustained an injury a couple years back, so I can't lift as much as I used to. So I bought this with the loader specifically, so I can pick up a lot of things for me. Now, with the 520 loader, I've got this big scoop on the front, or loader bucket, and I use this when I'm moving gravel or moving dirt around or mulch, and I'm turning compost with it. But right here, what's really cool about John Deere is how these are quick disconnect, right? You can disconnect them really quick. So I've got forks for the front of this. Along with those forks, I've also got a hay spear that I can put on the front, and it's very, very convenient. So lifting here, I just don't do it anymore. I'm able to hook a chain to most anything, pick stuff up, move it around if I have to, or I push stuff around with a bucket. It's very, very slick. I use this thing for lifting just about everything. Now, what I really like about this tractor is that it's big enough, it can do pretty much anything I need it to, but yet it's small enough that it's very, very, very maneuverable. I mean, this thing can turn on a dime, and I love it. I can get in and out of all these little areas where I have the chickens and the goats and the pigs. It is so slick. So I went and I got the 4-wheel drive because I felt that, you know, you never really need 4-wheel drive until you don't have it. So I want to make sure I had that. And then I got the cab. And the reason why I got the cab is I just do not deal well with the heat. And here in South Carolina, summer heat can be very, very, very brutal. And I want to make sure that I had a cab with air conditioning in it just to help me out with for those long days I'm sitting out in the sun. I just didn't want to do it when I'm brush hogging or whatever I'm doing outside in a pasture. So let's go just do a quick little walk around the tractor. So I talked about the loader already in the front a little bit. And like I said, this is the 5065E. Right here on the hood, there's this little lever you can grab. You can grab that, hold this up, and if the hood goes up on its own, it's got a little hydraulic assist on it. Then everything in there you need to check is very, very easily accessible. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in there, but it's pretty easy to see. So here's your filters you're going to want to clean out, picking up all the dust. Really, 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 really easy. And those things are even easier to get to if you lift the loader up a little bit. So we'll keep walking around. And then right here, I've got a little toolbox on the loader. Then walking around the tractor, you can see I've got these AgriTrack 2 tires on it. These are really nice. So what's really neat about these rims that John Deere puts on their tractors is you can actually flip these. So if you look at this right here, those bolts, they all come off. And you can actually flip this tire. So this is my left rear tire. You can actually put this on the right side by flipping this, and it automatically widens your stance on this tractor. And you can do the same thing here with the front. So you literally just take this tire off right here and walk it over to the other side and put it on, and you're automatically got a wider stance. So pretty slick kind of how they designed that right there. But come around the back here, you just got, this is where you can add hydraulic fluid if you need to. Here's my one set of remotes that I have. This is the reservoir for the windshield washer fluid. Right here, here's your electrical if you were to have a baler or something that would require that. I don't have any of those accessories as of yet, but you never know, someday I might. And then here's a PTO, and it's got this safety piece right here that flips down so you don't get your hands caught on anything. Pretty slick. So we already talked about the tires here. Right here's your battery box, and then right underneath it is where all this stuff goes through for the hydraulics for the loader. So it's really easy to fix if something were to go wrong, pretty easily accessible there. And I like that a lot. Then here's all the quick disconnects for the loader, because you can actually take this, I have not done it myself, you can actually take this loader off, and here's the little kickstands for it, and easily remove it so the tractor can become more maneuverable. So I've already changed the oil on this tractor, that's why the filter's black. The one that came with it from the factory was green. I think that they put them on while they're actually building the tractor before it gets painted. So it gets painted along with the motor and everything else. But here's where you add the oil when you change it, and then when you're checking oil, here's the dipstick right here for it. So really easy to get to before you start using your tractor for the day. All right, and then coming around here, I've got, like I said, this is a 5065E model. It came with the 520M loader on it, and I've had a lot of luck with this. I've used it a lot. So this is just a loader bucket that I've got on it right now, but I've also got forks for it. I've got a bale spear, and I've also got a grapple, and all those things can easily be put on here just by flipping this out right here, and you just tilt it forward and you can drive away, and it's so easy to put the different attachments on it. I am so impressed with how easy John Deere has made it to take these products on and off and use them throughout whatever you need to use with them. I've got my postal digger currently hooked up to it right now. I probably dug about, I'd say, close to 70 post holes with this thing so far and haven't had a single problem. Then walking around over here, I'll show you the inside of this thing. So it's easy, 1-2 steps in, and then here you're sitting pretty in the cab. Now just looking around in here, there's plenty of space. Now this one doesn't have a buddy seat, but I see that you can get it aftermarket through Deere, and they look like pretty nice. I'm considering getting one put under so my kids can ride along with me or my wife. Let's start here right by the left side of the steering wheel. So down here, you've got 2 switches. You've got the high and low beam right here, and then this cycles through your hours, your PTO speed, and your ground speed. Right here, this is your turn signals. And then down here is your light switch. And it's actually really easy to grab when you're in a seat. Now right up here, in between, is a little lever so you can adjust the steering wheel up and down. And then not only does the steering wheel go up and down, but you can also twist this right here in the middle of the column, and the wheel will actually go farther or closer to you, which is a really, really, really nice feature. Then over here, here is your selector for forward or reverse. And then here's our dashboard right here. Over here, this is for the regen. This is for the windshield wiper that's on the front. This just got on or off, and then you can use windshield wiper fluid. And there's some room here for other switches for lights or stuff you may add later on. Down here are your left and your right brakes. There's a foot throttle, and then over here is your clutch. Coming around over here, this is a joystick for the loader. So, and then you've got down, you've got up. You can dump or scoop it up. And then right here, I've got a little toggle switch. It might be kind of hard to see at this angle, but that right there is for a grapple that I have for this. So that's my third function right there on my grapple. And that's for opening and closing of the grapple. And that is so slick to have right there. So I can literally do everything right here from the joystick, and my hand never has to leave the steering wheel, especially on this model, because right here I've got forward and reverse right there, so my hands are always right there and I can always look forward. I'm never having to look behind me or looking to grab a shifting knob or anything like that. But right here, you've got your A, B, and C, and then you've got your this is your actual gear shift right here, and your parking brake. So you've got 1 through 4 right there with park, and it's really easy to put this into park. Here's your hand throttle right here. Your PTO switch for your on and off for your PTO. Come along back here, you got room for more switches and a little electrical outlet for if you were to hook up a baler, if you have some accessory that needs that. And then down here, you can use that for charging your cell phone. Another room for another little switch. Then right here is for raising and lowering your 3-point. This right here is for the remote off the back. And another cup holder. Let's see where we're going around here to the other side. All right, so right here is your high and low for your PTO. It's just easily, you can pull that knob right there. And then right here is so you can disengage or engage your four-wheel drive. It's so like right here at your fingertips when you're sitting in the driver's seat, which is really, really, really user-friendly. Looking across here, we got a visor across the top, going into a mirror, so you can see in the back. Then your air conditioning, your heater there with your vents. The nice radio. And coming around, got more vents right there, and then you've got a dome light right here. And that can be operated by opening the door. It can be left on all the time, or you can just leave it to where it's off. I wanted you to see just how quiet it is inside this cab. I can talk on my phone, I can have it on speakerphone even when I'm in here. And it's not too noisy, which is really, really awesome. And then I can see literally all the way around me in here. It's so easy to see with all these windows. And then even with the bucket in front, by the way that the hood is shaped, it's really low. I can literally see right in front of me, which is really, really nice. Because sometimes with these loaders, they can get in the way where you just can't, your visibility is very limited. So with this one, I can really see all around me really, really well. Very, very, very happy with this purchase that we made on this tractor. So I definitely would say that of all the tools that we have on this property, that this is definitely the one that I use the most, and I use this for everything. I mean everything. I probably use this every other day, if not every day out here in the homestead. It definitely saves me time, it saves me a lot of energy, and it really helps take care of myself, so I'm not picking up big things and moving things around and stuff like that I probably shouldn't be doing.